Hello, welcome to all viewers. I'm Atul and we are playing some more Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. So yep, this today Anathema's Gambit Cup 1 has started and I participated in it in rotation. So this is the standard deck, right? Evo Forest that I used to get 4 wins. So I can show up the replays very quickly. Right, starting here. So this is a very standard deck, right? Use nothing very complicated. I can do some basic commentary here.
この目に道を移してほしい。
ハゼの塵焦がしてはい。
Yeah, so this is a very standard opening, right? Kindly executed into nurturing L-lands or Spring Bloom Prairie. So yeah, we are also facing Dirt Moon, which is well, very weak deck. And here already like their defeat is pretty much set because they did not have any 3-drop. And here I try to press on, right? So if they cannot clear our board, then they are basically just through. Which is what happened. This doesn't even work because this particular scenario allows us to do turn 7 sandal form, right? So always it is always good to keep in mind that with Morocco we can go -1 play point. Yep. And this is the end, right? They even played that out the entire turn and then gave up finally. They were like, no, this was too much. Which it was. They had already taken so much damage, they could never recover from there. Unless they use like Norman, but then they would take another 10 damage anyway. Oh, what? My internet has gone down. Ah, that's a pity. Let me try to pause it until I can get it back. Okay, I should be back now. Okay, so let's see the second replay. It was a very diverse set of opponents, right? Second is Swordcraft. Here I don't know, maybe our opponent should have played a little bit better, right? I think by allowing our Fairy to go face, they took a lot of damage, due damage. And here also, of course I could have cleared and just gone face. I think that might have been a better one to currently execute and keep Motherly Forest Dweller for next turn. But I wanted to force them into bad answers, right? Which is what happened. And since Sword has very little health recovery, so for me what made sense was to just keep on going face and force them to try to clear board, right? Probably playing AVR plus Mother Dwelly Forest Dweller Evo would have been better. Hard for me to say. Because then I would have been at 4 health and they would have needed to trade 1 more. Now here I need to use Mother Dwelly Sivo points to clear. And I don't want to die to Caesar, so I just use this up. But this makes us very vulnerable to Caesar, and he gets it. Yep. At least we are chipping more health, right? But this is very dangerous for us because, yep, exactly because of this. At least our opponent is out of Sivo points, so this is not completely life-threatening. If we just had Kupitan, it would just become easy, right? Well,
失礼しました。
傾いた。
いろんな
as I was saying.
約束を俺は守る。見事な腕前だ。
So the third match was against Dragoncraft, so Ramp Dragon. This is always a rather controversial one, right? I mean, you need to go very aggro very early to try to pressure them, right? Because if they stabilize with Burnite, then after that with Urns, then it becomes almost impossible to win. So you cannot let them stabilize near 20 health. You need, like, even if they stabilize, they should remain as low as possible. And here I don't even get good draws. So I have to try to, you know, go for board and try to chip as much damage as possible. Here it might have been good to play Motherly Forest Dweller just so that we can go face, right? That would have been a much bigger threat. But we didn't, yeah.
移し取ろう。
I was afraid that they might have an answer like the 4 play point 2-2-2-1, right? That would have cleared our board there. And this clears the board. This is a very unique inclusion that I did not know that Dragon was playing, but I guess it's a new inclusion in the meta.
目をそらすなよ。
So always trying to pressure Dragon as much as possible. They would now have drawn their burner. Here they got lucky. So we know that this is going to be Burnite turn. Yep, exactly.
余人も残さず墨と化せ。
ほう。天使長の力を味わうといい。
And we have our Althenia turn to reach 10 Sultanate Faith to get it off.
世界は核も美しい。
新しき道を開こう。
This also means that our Sandalphon will get charged very quickly.
天地霊作。終わりますか。この騒ぎが嘆いていざ。すべて。
ほう。天使長の力を味わうといい。
優しき風。古き春。君にたくさん注いであげる。一緒だよ。
ほう。
友よ力を、友に力を。私こそ。朽ちた木は倒しちゃおう。
移し取ろう。
私たちの時代よ。夏許し。
Here I wanted to bait them into using urns,
健康を保つは白き方平等。
trying to make them afraid, but I don't actually have a good follow-up here, right?
天使長の力を味わうといい。
付き合わせてなんだ。
目をそらすなよ。
赤木に咲くの虫かさばな。
So I reach a higher play point just to get Sandalphon up, and also use the last 2 play points to get Fairy just so that we can charge the next Sandalphon. So next turn we have Sandalphon, or rather Kupitan plus Sandalphon, in case our opponent heals up even more, right? So our bait fully worked, but as you can see, the matchup is not as simple as you think. And that's it.
また明日学校で
Even he knows that it's done, right? Everybody can count Sandal phone numbers. So then it was Portal. This was not even Egg Portal, this was like some kind of Evo Portal. That is what that we are facing.
この目に道を移してほしい。
先輩お見せしますから
And we just break. No turn 2 at all.
行くぜお前ら。エンジニアがご入りよ。
試合優位月見で一杯おしまい
Here I did not want to take too much damage, which is a real danger when playing Evo Forest, right? Because there is very little health recovery that the deck has. Since I'm running only one Gilnelis,
私は心と呼べる
so yeah, that is why I just did not want him to go face. Especially not with Evo going face,
これ
right?
も命負けてないもん
And at this point I just have to use Kupitan, right? There's not much I can do.
来てくれますか
I cannot allow Zoe to go face.
リスちゃんのためなら
Especially Coin Zoe basically means that he has another Zoe in hand, right?
どうしていつも今の私は心と呼べるこれも命だ
Exactly.
付き合わせてなんどうしていつも
目をそらすなよ。
君のために
仲間たちと。
空の果てまで
The reason I preserved Nurturing L Lance is because I was afraid that this is Evo Portal, which it looks like, right?
楽しみましょうね
So I was thinking that I'm going to meet Chemiskilia, so I need it,
帰りな。
楽しいね
but it never happened. So now this is some kind of artifact.
また遊ぼうね
And I need to get our Evos up, right? This is so late.
精一杯やるとしよう世界が始まる私の全力だ来たれ風よ新芽がために新しいおもちゃ
世界は過去も美しい。
新しき道を開こう私の負けです
Imagine your deck loses to just the first Anathema. That automatically means the deck was not good, right? Our opponent's deck was not good. And then the last fight, which was against Milteo Abyss, which we lost, right? I mean, Milteo really, I would say probably the best deck of the format. So very hard to beat.
この目に道を移してほしい。
あなたの首を落としてあげる君の命はお釈迦ぼちゃ
言いたい。
血よりも甘いメロディーさくっつき合わせてなん熟室に負けてないもんよろしくな相棒忘れられない夜にしちゃう
I mean, this is not even that much pressure, but yeah. right? I mean, the fact that their Milteo is so right, I mean, they just have so much burst, right? It is very hard to defend. So the standard plan is just to reach, right, Althenia, right? What can save us very often is turn 7-8 double Althenia. And here I think that we had an actual chance to win, right? Because they were forced into corruption, which means they will have trouble trying to clear our board. So I even tried to go full proactive, right? To force out their first Milteo, but this means they have two, right? And they got another ghost in hand. Yeah, it was here that I did not know what to play, and perhaps I chose wrong. Perhaps the better decision would have been to play Sathanate Sivo, trade here. But yeah, it is not very easy to think about what to play down here, right? And I thought that Althenia made sense because it might be the case that they did not have Milteo in hand. But this probably means the fact that they used their first Milteo means they have Milteo waiting for my Althenia. I mean, what could always save us here is that if we have a Sandalphon that was getting charged in hand, then it would work because our opponent would be much lower in health. Right, so let's say a Sathanate Sivo trade into Sandalphon. That could always work out. So, yeah, in that way, that was perhaps the mistake. Here I try to heal up, but perhaps the better play was to still play Althenia. But I tried to heal up. But then I only have one ward, right? Yeah. And they have three ghosts, so yeah. So really, that was my mistake. I should have just Sathanated the first time, and once they Milteoed, then force out Althenias. That would have worked out better. But yeah, that's a mistake, right? So I really need some experience against Milteo, to be very fair. But yeah, these were the matches. So this is where I was, right? First try getting into it, so I think this is perfectly fine, right? No issues here. Yeah, very well known deck. So let's just claim the rewards. Yeah, okay, that is pretty good. We can even enter a second time. What deck should we use? I think we should use Egg Portal for sure. 2 free running, 2 Puppet Lancer, 2 Gilded, everything pretty standard. Yep, sounds about right. Yeah. So we will play that, but not now, right? This episode is pretty much now over. It was just made for that. So let's just open the pack, right? We got the pack. Let's just open it. Oh, at least one gold card. Yep, good one. And then I will open the customary daily pack that I open for Legends Rise, right? To reach to Daria. We are still 85 packs away. So about 3 months away, or even more. Well, fair enough. So yep, this is where I was, right? Oh, there is something up here. Oh, there's tournament mode is up too. Oh, of course. I remember. I have to do the tech registration. So I will be doing that. But yeah, this episode is over for the Anathema's Gambit Cup Stage 1. It is I qualified, so hopefully I will practice quite a lot for Stage 2 using egg. Hopefully I qualify there, right? And then I have to practice for tournament 2, right? So yeah. But yeah, this episode is now at an end. Thank you all for watching. See you all later then. Bye bye.